Test, test. Okay, I think I'm live. So I was surprised last time because I streamed for 1.5 hours and I had zero issues. It doesn't really happen often. Hopefully stays the same, stays stable today as well. But yeah, I haven't streamed in 2 days. I kind of forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I had to go to the back. It's already night though. Do I need to go back
Pockets
and
of these
sleep?
jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and hey, it's a
Huh?
chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have to. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the
Encyclopedia.
apricot suzerainty, and processed in. You see,
It's 9 p.m. in game. I feel like I'll have to go sleep soon. Okay. What's that? Hair dryer. Androgynous portrait of a man. Thought it was a woman.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open.
Just enter. Enter. Oh, he has something to say.
What is this place?
Looks like a gym.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Oh. What if there is a reason? Just keep going.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'm ready to get jump scared. Oh, that didn't sweat. Can I lift?
Barbell lies on the floor. It's 60 kilograms. Your
60
triceps
kilo.
hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. There are no collars on the barbell.
17%.
Safety hazard.
There are no
You're
colors
right.
on the
The weights
barbell.
may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Ah,
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating.
fine. That ball? Oh, shot put ball. Isn't that heavy? Isn't that like a couple kilos? Oh. Blocked by window panes and I should use my flashlight. Is it? Left, right, left. Then I don't like the music. Sounds so creepy. I go in, not from this side. Also, having bitrate issues. Seems like. Money. Nice. More? Huh? Oh, 50? Price 50, what is that? I need 100, right, for the hostel. And can I interact with it? No. Just a random item I can sell. And I can sell the shot put ball for 13. 60, how much? I'm almost at 100 now. Ah. Some more money.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button, a piece of paper still.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
Oh yeah, I forgot. I
It's
forgot
not
we were
the
looking
type,
for a
not
fridge.
interested in abandoned radio computer. This is the Ream Civic radio computer. Model RC51.
Do you think I should turn it
Maybe
on?
the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in...
You can always do it after the fridge. The
Turn on the
machine
machine.
lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard.
Look
It's
inside.
empty like a beehive without its brood. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
The production
Like a
schedule.
smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production
The
schedule?
filament you have inserted
Oh.
into the reader.
Oh yeah.
That was a question. Have you inserted?
Wow, it's barely been 7 minutes. Already had a disconnection. Wait. Oh, let me check if my stream is back. Seemed issues still. Should be fine now. Okay. Well, that doesn't that doesn't sound good. 7 minutes, one disconnection already, and my plan was to stream for 1.5 hours. So, wait. I need to find the
Fortress
password.
Accident? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What did you call me, Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games.
That's not bad.
Hmm.
Any other questions?
What are you, a machine?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Okay. How did you know where I
I
am?
work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now, please,
Okay.
thank you.
Tires
I need to
on
go
the
find the
cube are
password.
Still smoldering. The filament slides out of its glowing net.
Let's
Nothing
print.
happens.
Wait,
Like
what
a
if I
smooth
insert
draw,
and then print?
nothing happens.
I
The
remove.
filament
Okay. Don't have a password, so I need to find that at some point.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make
Inspect
out
the
these
drawings.
lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona.
What?
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears
okay.
to be different, however. It's
Famine?
Vara Hamira, a high welkin.
So these are basically
Face
just
red
elves,
and
right?
Scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The Haldor, the Tuorg, The humans and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welking creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time?
Some people really like
For
building a
these
world. This looks like
creatures.
concept art for a project. It's not political commentary. Just
Okay.
look at those details.
The photo
Photos, check
collage
photos.
depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way. A pinned postcard reads,
Like this is natural.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production, and it looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details.
See this prod schedule filament for details.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans.
I wonder if the
Call it
password is
chill
somewhere
out,
around
World
here.
Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads,
Nothing. Okay. Other board. Also, there's a room here.
this old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles.
What am I
Varied
looking at?
radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Forest?
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the game
Someone
master?
very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Wait a second.
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My god. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
What was it? Sunken cost fallacy?
Exactly. This schedule, I know do.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone.
Okay, that's everything in this room. Who wants to talk?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Undercover stuff?
No, that's not it.
It's not?
Like he's
Failed
writing
business
It
then?
looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Only These people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio.
What, do they want to make a game? Role-playing
Indeed.
game?
Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with Heat Death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real.
How were they
Immediately.
planning to do
Through
that?
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Oh, okay,
Then
so
there's
that's what the
Game
radios
Master
are.
frequency that listens
I'm
in
stupid.
on smaller
I
call-in
need
stations.
the NPC
I
to
think
explain
that was
everything
supposed
to me.
Coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many
Mm.
games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
No idea. They stopped filling up. Not to
Mm.
my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein.
Not in Revachol West.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
what is called? You have any money? It was just to play with cheap money, I guess.
I don't think so. I
No?
think they genuinely believed.
So they're just stupid, you're saying?
Okay,
He's
let's
saying.
keep moving.
Okay. Door. Oh, where am I now? There. Is that a fridge?
You
A
see
freezer.
a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment
It is a
in
fridge.
its belly. The door is covered in frost. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes
It is.
to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found
It's
the
a
holster.
fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves
And
are
there's
empty.
nothing inside.
All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. You
Hey, what's the
pocket
note?
and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Wait, how do I check the note? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I need to finish this.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is big enough and cold enough too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinky.
Ah, so loud.
Half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
It's
No,
good.
Not really.
Ah,
Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room. No,
Okay.
they do not. They need to hear about our uneventful, boring, downright conservative murder investigation. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Not
Inside the icy realm
Okay.
of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
perception. If I increase perception, I can search the body better. Where is it? Where is perception? %58%. There is a white check. Okay.
Touch the dead man's body.
Failed
We'll
again.
come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
You know, I should have checked and then increased perception again and checked again. I think I messed up.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Indeed. Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
I mean the ice cream
A
reference.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even
Should I try
under the
removing the
stench.
boots again? Maybe not. Okay, so. Ah. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway. Yeah, maybe I'll check that later. Everything in here first. There's an ice cream maker. Intercom. Oh! +1 drama. I think what I have is better. Oh! Oh, I know what I am. It is basically a shortcut.
cables are plugged into the bread box.
Um,
The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
unplug the black.
Something close to you dies with
Why did you do that?
I don't know why.
raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
I mean, we're not making ice cream anyway, right? Might as well just remove the plug. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Oh. Health. Let me check if there is anything else here.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it
Look
pitch black.
inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I can hear someone
Wait,
talking.
really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
What is
Looks
this
like it.
thing?
Looks like an old central furnace. No one has used it in ages.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for
No.
future archaeologists.
What happens if I
A
kick?
hollow ring
Ah!
goes through the furnace.
Mistakes.
Your toe hurts.
Well, yell hello. Okay, the chance is higher at least. Yell hello.
Something breaks loose in you.
Hello?
Oh. Hello.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
What?
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being
What?
pulled aside.
What is that?
After you, officer.
What if it's the malignant
You're right.
entity?
The rooms do look like they're connected, but malignant entities don't exist.
Always has to be.
Okay. Wait, how do I go up? Is it from this side? Ah.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment
Ooh.
behind the wall. It's
And
too
light.
dark.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you
Yeah,
want
look
Your
inside.
hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. You find
Rifles?
rusty rifles hidden.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still beautiful thing in its own way.
So is it? Oh, wait. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
So if it doesn't work anymore, do I just sell it? What happens if I hold it? Not hold it, okay. That's it. How do I go up though? Should I ask the voice?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
No. Was there a door? Another door? Oh wait, what's that? See something there. Oh, I didn't see the stairs. Ah, postcard. Wait, there is nothing here. Oh, there is something. There is one person.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you.
I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
She's
Aye.
got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Why are you asking me about
I'm a
dice?
novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's
Why is she
you're
even here,
yes?
though?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I'm... No, I was looking for something else.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Oh, what do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Do you often work on Sunday
It's
nights?
an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
What do you mean by the daily rock?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
but I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
You never took your eyes off the work?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She
I
she
see.
nods.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must
I've
have
heard
known
this.
the other businesses.
Oh. Do you know about the
I've heard the
curse?
stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened to all the companies?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about
Oh no,
death,
not capitalism.
so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Bookstore isn't doing that well.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Wait, it's part?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
Yeah, it's not doing that well, right?
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
So the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse. It's capitalism. Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly, but I'm glad we got this sorted out. And
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. The bookstore closes starting 2100. You'll have to do that tomorrow.
Oh. Do you know what happened to the other tenants?
more or less, are you interested in anyone specific?
Connection died again, I just realized. This is the second death in half an hour.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
What happened to the
It
gym?
wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
And what about the
Oh
bear?
boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour.
20
to man
cents?
booths.
Well, I guess
And
I don't
by
know
man
how
booth, I
high
mean
the cost
slump
of living
behind
is.
the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing. Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. Eventually, Ravishow Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000, so maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Coded
Sounds cool.
I guess they're in.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. Oh, I totally. Anything else?
On a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch.
Oh, maybe she knows the
We
password.
talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
That's what I thought. Because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
They should have
Still,
tried
not
harder.
everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Anything else?
On the building's
Oh,
intercom.
right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I have more questions about
listening.
the buildings.
Good. I hope it clarified.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Yes, you hustle. You're a...
Okay.
Oh yeah, like a horse. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up.
Okay.
The world is harsh and people... A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out.
Yes, I
You didn't
made
make
some
them.
gills.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life... Are you rich?
No.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo.
Why
Why is that?
Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. 98% of all your
Wait,
money.
what?
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real.
I have something new. Indirect modes of taxation. -2 empathy.
Hey. Psst,
What?
psst. Hey.
What?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism.
Communism? What?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
I don't think I said that right.
Human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up? Very
Nah.
well. I guess no one will build communism then. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. There's no one. Okay.
Well,
lie down and let.
goodbye communism, I guess. Oh. What does he want to talk
We
about?
should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then.
I
Let's
don't
talk
have the
to him
money.
anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street.
Wait, I have the money, right? Well, I don't have the money, but I have things I can sell for money. Yes. Go out this way. Wait, how do I sell my stuff though? Like this. How do I even sell? There's a lot of people here now.
Can I help you?
Yes.
Have you got it?
I was wondering if you could come to some sort of arrangement
Does
for
that
tonight.
arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
So
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Not until you bring me...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
okay. How do I sell my stuff though? I have things I can sell. Maybe if I go to the guy here. Where is it? Merchant? There was a merchant around here. Oh, he's not here anymore.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio,
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back.
transport enclosure. Regular
Hmm.
people just. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Oh, you said something about pawn
Yes,
shop?
there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nestos.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory
Hmm.
under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
I cannot take
Alright,
these things.
Let's not take them now.
Sounds likely.
Oh, why do I turn on the headlights?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow, like a leopard waking from its sleep.
Oh, that's loud.
Yawning, the lights unfold with a little click. casting electrical light onto...
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the...
Okay, let's go south. 100 meters south. It is south, right? Actually, I don't know. I don't know the direction of the game. I assume there is towards south, maybe. It's inside there. Oh, it is.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away.
Photonic sensitivity. is not general.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
do appreciate it.
Okay.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you? No,
just wanna
not at
sell.
all.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
And this business plan is all over the place.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind
Okay.
of drug.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell. Sell.
Anything
sell.
else you're thinking of selling?
This. Oh no, wait. I cannot sell this, right? Wait, is this the item that I put inside the computer? It's not, right? The tape on the side reads, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. Yeah, I cannot sell that. Okay, I can sell this. The card rifle. Okay, I don't want to sell this though. I think that's something I need. The thing I need for the computer, right?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days
Oh
ago.
shit! Damn.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of...
Maybe a vigilante?
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have...
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of... And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Of course.
I guess we know where it is. We might be able to. You might be able to aid in our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Anything about the
I
hanging?
do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
He's been by the shop a couple of times.
There was something awfully deliberate about that laziness.
Why do I feel like you don't talk about
They
him?
weren't the most pleasant interactions, but I bowed out at some point. I prefer to watch from afar while the bigwigs come and go.
Did he discuss union business
He
with you?
tried. Wanted to come to some mutually beneficial agreement around my dealings with the dock workers.
So you don't know what kind of arrangements he was talking about?
As I said, I refused to talk to him.
Did he buy
He
anything?
purchased a remarkably garish paperweight the first time he was here.
Hmm.
He nods reluctantly. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing.
Sure thing. Sure,
Wait.
man.
And there's nothing else I can ask.
Typical Martinez
What?
streetlight sits among assorted floor and
Also, I have no money. Do I really need to sell the cube? Or should I go around, find more stuff? What was that? Fingerless gloves. Interfacing. Electric chemistry.
an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars for you to discover. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone.
Interacting with the stuff I have.
16. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands. As though you flip through the book, the pages are thin. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't, the back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph. She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from what the Yugoslavia riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by as ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers.
How long is this gonna
It would
be?
physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? You've made the right life choices today.
Put the book away for now.
Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon.
Nah.
It's a spice. Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket.
Out from the fridge. I forgot to read that.
Is written with a blue pencil on a piece.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care.
The ice cream maker?
I don't know. I assume it...
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
What's a filament
it belongs
memory?
inside a radio computer, storing its memory.
It's like the production schedule you found.
Okay. You know, there's another filament memory then. But I think I need to get the stuff to sell then. The stuff in the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have some...
Transporting closure. Regular people to the cage.
I confiscated this.
Thanks for the help.
The lieutenant nods as you take.
How much can I get? 200? That's a lot of money.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings
How come
you
you're
here
still
to the
open?
pawn shop is always open.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them.
Yes, these are very, very good.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another
Okay.
time, Pat.
I don't think I... Wait, can I sell the photo? How much will I even get?
Greetings on this fine night. What? Sure.
Sell photo?
Oh, no. I don't... A photo...
Never mind.
You have absolutely
Another time.
I cannot sell that. What's that?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well up. One especially catches your eye. Deep, just make sure it works before you buy it.
If police work means playing tapes, sure.
I do have a
Is it
tape,
black?
right? Do I?
Or
No, I don't. I don't have a tape. Okay, time to go to sleep.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp,
Oh, it's for the headlamp.
Revachol West.
around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds.
Ah, Martinez at night. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
No idea.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's
116.
quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too
For an
many.
RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
Oh.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
The
Okay.
lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page to the right of the task description.
Right of the task. Oh, here. Boring cop, communist, racist, ultra-liberal, moralist. Good cop, bad cop. 8, I assume it's good. And bad would be negative number. People killed. Yes.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you
I
got
have the
it,
money.
Will? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Another thing, yes?
Okay. What? Oh. Don't know why I couldn't click.
The door is closed. This door still, the lieutenant gives you a...
There is the other room. Remember. What about this one? No one inside?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
Okay. I feel like I made a lot of progress for one day of investigation.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM.
I didn't know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Okay.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
What do you think today
We
went?
performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's good. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot. On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we missed something, but at least the corpse has been refrigerated, and we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, not always the right people, I'm afraid. We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wildlands rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Don't like to waste time.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age.
What does he mean by that?
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens, officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary.
Oh.
It's strongly admonished not. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles this case. We don't convict. We arrest the coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Probably the government,
It's probably
right?
more honest, yes. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been
Don't know.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky.
The moral in turn are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts. Do you?
I've done an awful job, maybe?
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. An aerostatic passes overhead. The whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are
I don't think
control,
we'll change
and it's
anything
worth it.
here.
Probably not. Anyway, positive change happens slowly.
He is very tired.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
It's late. Time to go sleep. In the morning. Oh,
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Facing tool, not in hand. Use the chain cutters. Oh.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The chain cutters
Failed.
slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet.
Interfacing. Do I have anything that increases interfacing? No. I guess gloves increase my interfacing.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
I guess. Oh. Not worth increasing encyclopedia for this.
The bed is cold and not. The bed is. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch, and then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
What?
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat.
Like the
And
blanket.
it barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. A bit tense in the muscles.
Roll over to the
It's a
other
little
side.
better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind.
Who killed him?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union, your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh. Ah! That's me!
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry? Answer
Harry?
the question. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
And who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare.
I was
This will
left.
be the... That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed Elysium.
Wait, what is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolus. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. You really dropped the ball, Harry. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's
I'm on the
something
type
wrong
of
with your-
hangover.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Healed health. Nice. How many points do I have? 1.
Good going, buddy.
What the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
What is speed?
Is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to.
No.
Are you
Sounds
sure?
like drugs.
Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days. Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell, man.
Did I increase the number of slots for direct modes of taxation, I guess?
The door is closed. Still, this...
Handle is never gonna work. And she's never coming out. Wait, there is a dining area? I didn't even realize.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them. And I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise, but aren't you curious to know what they have to say about?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Well, I don't have much to do anyway.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but...
So, tasks. Walk around the balcony. I need to go there at 9. Pay. Sing karaoke. And the number of the victims are. Use Kim's shortwave to run the serial number. Do I do that on the car? Oh, there's money here.
Over here.
What?
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are?
Her entire character.
The gardener.
shifted.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for
Oh,
the
she
Dock
is?
Workers Union.
He's been lying
So
to
let's
us.
get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not...
I'm getting very
recognize
hungry
your
now.
authority to make laws.
I need to go make dinner.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks.
What's
for
your
her.
role in all of this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer.
What are you
Don't
going to do
test
to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's
Well, I guess I'm talking to the guy.
This is where you say your bed.
Detective.
Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
Yeah, we need to talk about the man. And
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there.
You might want to start asking your questions now.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Court, and then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick,
big dick,
wide at the shoulders, and the emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, captain, in the far corner. Standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that on his neck? Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is absent.
Exactly. The missing lady driver who was running the drug trade. Does it mean the Hardy Boys are involved in the drug trade
Probably. Probably. Probably.
Maybe. But hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything.
The fuck is with you, fella? The pretty boy? You got...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
These boots. We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back.
Oh, so he's just saying that he's okay. He's just admitting to hanging him.
Yeah, we did this together. All of...
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away.
There's a
It's
catch.
too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7
What?
together. They're diluting responsibility.
Oh,
It's an anti-arrest
I don't.
tactic.
I mean, would that work? You just you just arrest all 7, right?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt...
Or yeah, maybe they wanted to avoid that, to avoid unrest.
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh,
Just doing my
so
job.
You're just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been...
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Who called the
Are
shots?
you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms, the others can't read. But you don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. See, why not? Yap my ear off. I got nothing to hide.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum.
Oh, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that.
What did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers. threatened
Oh
to
yeah, they
kill
did
some
mention
with a
that.
Warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned.
Maybe that was
Why
fake
not?
then.
This is a serious allegation. Make them talk.
Who did he rape then?
No. You're not getting the name.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied.
The lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head.
That's right, lawman. And then we hang the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Things aren't quite right here.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Who's cracking? The fat one is cracking under pressure. Having trouble breathing over there?
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy.
keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
What did he use to knock the victim
My
out?
fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Something you're not telling
And
me.
fuck you too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder.
Like what, Copper?
Why don't I don't think there is gonna happen, but I'm just gonna try.
Yeah.
Am I back? Well, is my stream back? Connection died again. I think it's back now. But yeah. Well, I've already done quite a lot of progress, so I feel like it's a good time for me to stop
enough to know that people
stream.
don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law
Establish
officials.
authority.
You're lucky you
I
didn't
have
get
zero authority though. Okay, I'm gonna take off for now. But yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna end the stream here for now and continue probably tomorrow because I'm very hungry right now. Need to go make dinner and the connection keeps dying, so I guess I might as well stop anyway. But yeah, next time I'll continue from here. Thank you guys again for watching. See you maybe in the next stream. Bye.